cringe every time he speaks or every other time he speaks because that's what's going on. And it, you know, he could do such good if he were just to do it and not be concerned about being vengeful. You know, I liked some of the stuff he's done. I think he's done some good stuff. I think he's done some really horrible stuff. You know, I that's why I said I wouldn't vote for him. I couldn't vote for him.
Well, of the good stuff he may or may not have done, he loses all the points.
Yes.
When he does something like this.
Yes. You know, you're supposed to be above all that. You shouldn't, you know, you won the election. What more do you want? You know, you don't have to belittle the people that you have defeated. Why not be honorable? Why not be above all that? But he can't be, because that's just not his personality. He would rather, I mean, I'm sure the people in his own party cringe when he does that crap. And
Tim Scott, do you know who Tim Scott is?
Yes.
Right. Well, he came out and called it pure, unadulterated racism.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that it was racist because
Tim Scott's one of his biggest supporters.
Yeah, I don't know that I believe that it was I don't know. You know, it doesn't matter to me whether it's race. I mean, it does matter. It does matter to me. Yeah, it does matter to me whether it's racist, but I don't know if that was the intent or not. It probably was. But even if you give him the benefit of the doubt, which is
well, he's blaming it on a staff person.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm just tired of it.
He says he didn't watch it to the end, and the staff person did it, and that's that.
But he shouldn't have even said any. He shouldn't have even had it. He shouldn't have proved.
He should have just apologized for it and taken. He's at the top of the ticket, so you take responsibility. When you're the administrator or you're the CEO, you take responsibility for what your people do.
Yes.
And then you handle it internally.
Right. But it shouldn't have even been. We shouldn't have even gotten that far. So, as far as I'm concerned, it could have just not even happened. It would have been better if it didn't happen. Then we wouldn't be apologizing. We wouldn't have to worry about whose feelings were hurt because there wouldn't have been. You know, I just am so tired of it. All I want is just, let's have a president that does presidential things. Let's have a president, whether you're on one side or the other side, that does things for a reason but not vengeance. It's, you know, stick to your beliefs, but you don't have to act like an asshole or whatever. So I just think it's crazy. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know. I just think it's childish, and it shouldn't be, you know. I just think it's crazy, and so the way I look at it is, let's stop with the craziness. Can't we just have, you know, this is his beginning of his second year. Can't he just mellow out? That would be nice if he just mellowed out. I don't know. Anyway,
I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, I doubt that too. Then we got President Donald Trump backs Nextstar's $6.2 billion acquisition for Tegna, reversing earlier stance. Deal would give the media giant ownership of 64 local TV stations in more than 50 markets. I mean, I don't really have a problem with that, but still, I don't even know why he has to be involved in that. Why? Why is he? What difference does it make? I mean, I guess I need to look to see what that is. Endures the apparent reversal from an earlier criticism deal. We need more competition against the enemy. The fake news. See, again, this is something that he shouldn't be involved in. You know, whether it's fake news or not fake news, this is not his business. His business is to worry about whether or not, you know, the world is doing the right thing, whether the United States is doing something right. Not to do with news or not news, because, again, this is a revenge thing. whether or not he agrees with this. Why is he even doing this? This should not be his department. News is not his department. You know, I just think that this is not something that he should be concerned with. So he's got a lot of bigger things to deal with. He does not have to do everything. He does not have to be involved in everything. You know, we got people for that. Also, I wanted to say that this is, there's one other thing that isn't anything to do with him. Believe it or not, there are things. This is really interesting to me. This is more of an Elon thing, but it isn't even Elon. Self-driving firm Waymo reveals the Waymo World Model, generative AI platform that creates hyper-realistic 3D simulations, allowing its system to train without logging real-time miles. So that's kind of cool. That's just a tech thing. That's not anything to do with him. I just put that in. It's funny when I look at this. It looks like this is a tank. I know that's not. It's supposed to be their car, but this is this is what it looks like from the Waymo's point of view. But you know, this is the stuff that Tesla's already doing, and if Waymo is working the way that I believe we were told it's working, if the Waymo computers go down, the car doesn't drive, because the car can't drive without the main computer. Now Tesla's can, because they have their own computer in the car that's strong enough to know the world situation. But actually, it's pretty cool that their autonomous driving simulator, it says here, the Waymo driver has traveled nearly 200 million fully autonomous miles, becoming a vital part of the urban fabric in the major U.S. cities and improving road safety. What riders in local communities don't see is our driver navigating billions of miles in virtual worlds, mastering complex scenarios long before it encounters them in public roads. Today, we're excited to introduce the Waymo World Model, a frontier generative model that sets a new bar for large-scale, hyper-realistic, autonomous driving simulation. That's something that Tesla's already been doing for some time. And actually, they have in their app something that's really cool. Let me see if it is. I'm going to check to see if it is. I think I can see it here. Let's see if it comes up. If it comes up and I can show it, I will. So they, in their app, we have a safety score, and I'm going to see if it shows. Can't really tell if it's wait, let me see. There. Okay. Well, kind of. Okay. So it has different scoring factors, and the scoring factors, hard braking is one of them, aggressive turning, unsafe following, excessive speeding. Whenever you're going over 25 miles an hour over the speed limit is excessive. And I actually don't do that very often. Late night driving, forced autopilot or FSD disengagement, how many times? Unbuckled driving. That's some of the things they use for their coding. With that, it gives you a score, and just basically, it allows you, like, I don't know what my score is because it figures it out after the drive. So, but anyway, it's really interesting because it actually will come back. Now, I've been using almost full self-driving almost exclusively because it's so good. And when I'm driving these hours, especially late at night, it does the driving for me, and it does it really, really well. So I just kind of found that interesting. But they're getting to, it looks like they're doing that similar thing with Waymo, in that they're looking at some of the conditions that will judge whether or not or how it would perform. Now theirs is already unsupervised. Now mine is still supervised, which means that it'll tell us when we have to intervene. So, but it's just really, that kind of stuff is really interesting to me from a perspective of technology. And I think that when this gets better, I mean, if everyone used full self-driving, we would probably have almost no accidents because everybody would be doing things the same way. And I find that that the stuff that the car does, it does things that, like when I was in LA, one of the things I saw was that even after the light turns green, it takes extra time and then it goes. When watching the other directions, the people coming from the other directions, a lot of times people will be running the red lights, and if you go too early, you're going to get hit. So it's interesting how it waits before it goes. It makes sure there's no one coming from all the different directions. It's just really good, and the technology is getting better, and hopefully the drivers will see that and see that full self-driving is not something to be afraid of. So, oh, that must be you have chimes or something over there.
Yeah, it's grandfather clock.
I heard that and I thought, what's that? What's that? And I kept looking around to see if it was me, and then I realized it was my earpiece. So, anyway, I'm very, very pro autonomous driving, and it will be something that eventually will take over, and it will be the norm instead of the abnorm. So, all right, next thing.
Well, let me just throw in here Elon Musk. Two things. First of all, he has changed his idea for SpaceX.
Okay.
Instead of focusing on Mars, he's going to focus on building a city on the moon.
Okay.
And he thinks he can do that in 5 to 10 years.
Okay, that don't sound too unreasonable.
And the other thing he did was in the Russia-Ukraine war, Ukraine has been using his Starlink services for free because Russia knocked out their internet.
Okay.
And so they've been using, for their military, they've been using Starlink. And Russia has been stealing Starlinks from the frontline units of the Ukrainian army and has been tracking units with Starlinks, so Musk shut them down. Each one that gets stolen now, he individually shuts down, which has been very good for the Ukrainian army.
Okay.
I did not know that he could shut down individual units. That's why I wanted to bring that up, because that's interesting to me, that he can, all they have to do, I guess, is get the serial number and he can shut them down.
Okay.
So
how does he know? I wonder how he knows that that they're using one versus the other.
Well, I guess each unit knows their serial number, and when they lose the unit, the military calls a number and translates back to Musk's command center, and they shut off the unit. That's everything I can figure out.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
So
yeah.
I just wanted a little nugget on Musk. I just thought I'd throw him in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, so I guess we got to speak about the Super Bowl. Did your team win?
I didn't have a team.
Ah, okay.
My team didn't make it, so.
That would be your team's the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had who was it?
Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah.
Seahawks and the Patriots.
And that had to be. Was that the first time the Seahawks ever won?
No. but this was an extremely a boring and lackluster game.
Okay, I didn't watch it, so I don't.
Defense won the day, evidently.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. I found it. The thing I found interesting about the. Now, I did not watch. This is. I don't usually watch it, but occasionally, if someone looks interesting, I might check in. It might have it on in the background. I didn't even have it on in the background. They didn't. There was no interest whatsoever to me. There was. Let's see. Sometimes I would be interested in the Super Bowl, the halftime show. I was more interested in the Super Bowl halftime show than I was interested in the second Super Bowl halftime show. But I didn't watch either of them. But that being said, the news can fill you in on anything. So we got the Seahawks won, right?
Right.
And
29-17, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. And like I said, I didn't really have any interest whatsoever of it, but I was interested in the in the outcome of the. I didn't care about the show, but the outcome of of the controversy, I did care about that because I found it very interesting that they were okay. So Bad Bunny, I guess, came out in a dress. I believe is what. Is that,
I don't know.
You didn't watch? Did you watch it? You didn't watch it?
I watched the alternative.
Oh, you did. Okay.
YouTube.
All right. Well,
I wanted to see if it was any good, and it was okay.
Well, I'm not a big fan of
Kid
Kid Rock at all. I don't like Kid Rock. I think Kid Rock is a piece of crap. But
he started off with his vulgar hit song. And then he transitioned into a song that actually was pretty good, but I didn't approve. Approve is the wrong word, but I don't know what else to say. I didn't like. I didn't approve. I didn't care about either show. I just watched the one that was on YouTube.
Yeah, but my understanding was he lip synced it, and he didn't lip sync it very well.
No, he didn't. But see, there were two. There was part A and part B. Part A was lip syncing, and it was terrible.
Right.
He was off.
How could you possibly? Okay, this is the part I don't get. Okay, I've lip synced. Well, I could lip sync if I wanted to. I've been a musician for 40 plus years, almost 46 years now. Oh, wow. And a lot of times, like I had a stroke in 2014. No, 2012. So occasionally my mind blanks in the middle of a song, and I one thing I can do is I can oftentimes mumble through a song, and I can also make up things if I have to, or sing a verse like at the last show we did, or 2 shows ago, we were doing an Ozzy Osbourne, and I blanked out in the middle of the song, and I sang the same verse twice in a row because I just totally lost everything. I just couldn't think, and but I still did it. I still was able to do it, and I've been able to mumble through songs when I lost verses and couldn't think the words. So now those are not my songs, but when it comes to my songs, I would not be wrong. I just wouldn't be. If I forgot words, again, I would know how to lip sync. Even if I didn't know the words and the words were coming out of my mouth anyway because it was lip syncing, I would be dead on. How could you be wrong in lip syncing? I mean, you have to be really wrong if it's that noticeable. I guess I got to watch. I guess I got to watch it because, I just need to see how bad it was. But I don't have any interest in seeing anything he does anyway. But that just kind of cracks me up that he was that bad. And again, the whole idea, again, it comes down to who, it comes down to why even bother doing an anti Super Bowl halftime show just to show that you can do it better. I mean, there's
No,
again,
it wasn't to do it better. It wasn't to do it better, Mike. It was for Christians, is what it was for.
it sounded like he had Kid Rock, so that's not very Christian.
No, but he sang a Christian song. His part B was a Christian song.
Yeah, but if he's
part A was horrible.
yeah, well,
Part B was
and chances
Christian.
are I would be willing to bet part A had a few cuss words in it too. I might be
Oh, it
wrong.
did.
See, now if you're going to do a Christian thing, shouldn't you do a Christian thing without curse words? Shouldn't you do something a little more?
Well,
I mean,
like I said, I didn't enjoy either one of them.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
well, I just think that's ridiculous.
The one verse in the second song spoke to me, but the rest of it was just okay. And then Kid Rock was not okay when he came out. But it didn't matter. The National Football League was going after a worldwide audience, and they're going after a younger generation. And Bad Bunny is like the #1 artist in the world for
Right.
people under 30.
Yes, and he was also the top artist more than 1 year. And I don't care for his music. I don't hate his music. It's just not my music. But it's still, he speaks to a lot of people. He speaks to a lot of, especially the Hispanics. And his music isn't really bad as far as I'm concerned. And I don't go for a lot of the new music, but plus he wrestled in the WWE, so he won me there. So I don't know.
It's just a shame that we have such a divide in this country
Yes.
that we can't.
Yes, that's exactly it. And the thing is, in all the years that I've always, no, let me say that. I don't say that I've watched it every year because I've really not watched very many of the Super Bowls. But if you don't like the music they have in the Super Bowl, turn it down, turn it off, or change the channel for that whatever half hour or whatever it is. It's not. There's no reason to compete with it, because it's not something you liked. I rarely, of all the years, of every year that they've had music, I've rarely liked anybody that was on there. Occasionally they have a couple people interesting, like Michael Jackson was interesting, just because he's Michael Jackson. And it's not that I like Michael Jackson's music, but Michael Jackson's Michael Jackson. He's a legend. So I don't know. I just think that it's...
So the figures I heard is that it had 5 million active viewers and 30 million hits on YouTube.
Yeah.
Compared to 130 million people watched the Super Bowl show. So success is probably not what you would call the alternative show. Wasn't a success. But for someone with traditional values, it was probably very nice because it was all country, and which I don't really like country, so
Right.
wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But
But the thing is football. I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's petty.
I heard the sets were fantastic, the choreography was fantastic. That's what I heard today.
And all the time, they probably don't do it live anyway, even with Bad Bunny.
They don't pay anybody.
Right. Well, I think
You know that?
I think that's changed. I think that has changed, though. I think that changed in the past couple of years, that they actually started paying people. But yeah, they never paid people for the most part because it was just an honor to do it.
Yeah.
But again, it's petty that they have to put another show on for an alternative. Why not? It's I don't know. I guess I
don't mind. I guess I don't mind the alternative. Just don't make a big deal out of it. Just have it.
Right. And if you want to have your alternative, that's fine. But it just, I don't know. I just think that it's stupid. But the other thing I found was Green Day on the alternative show?
No.
Then they must have been on the regular show, because I have a thing about Green Day, and I thought that was interesting. So Green Day did this thing. Says here, Green Day bails. Oh, they bailed on the MAGA lyric change at the Super Bowl. They on their anti-MAGA lyric change. The area punk band. This is so funny, but it's so stupid. Now, first off, you know that they're American, of course, even though they pretend to be not American. While the frontman Billy Joe Armstrong had swapped the song lyrics, "I'm not part of the redneck agenda," was supposed to say, "I'm not part of the MAGA agenda." As recently as Friday, he passed on the change for Sunday's broadcast, opting to skip the entire verse. Green Day's decision not to include the lyrics surprised viewers, some expressing disappointment. Let's see here. By skipping the entire second verse, the band also passed on the line, "Well, maybe I'm the effed up America." However, Armstrong did not hold back the lyric, "the subliminal mind F America," on the same song, though it was censored in NBC's broadcast. Armstrong originally wrote "American Idiot" as a protest song against the U.S. invasion of Iraq under President George W. Bush in 2003 and the media's depiction of the war. The Oakland native took aim at President Donald Trump and his administration during the special performance at Spotify's Super Bowl party on Friday night. So there you go. He told ICE agents to quit your SI blank blank itty job, and name-checked Trump, Homeland Security Kristi Noem, White House Deputy Chief Staff Stephen Miller, and Vice President J.D. Vance. They're going to drop you like a bad effing habit. Come on this side of the line. During Friday's performance, Armstrong also dedicated the band's song "Holiday" to the city of Minneapolis, where the protests have erupted over the Trump administration's ICE surge and the killing of 2 American citizens by federal agents. They also changed changing the representative from the altered lyrics in the song to reference sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein and his affiliation with the politicians, changing the representative from California has the floor to the representative from Epstein Island has the floor. Although Green Day played "Holiday" at the Super Bowl, the band transitioned to "Boulevard of Broken Dreams" before reaching the potential Epstein reference. The band has long been outspoken against Trump and frequently uses lyric changes to jab at MAGA figures during performances. While playing in Melbourne last year, Armstrong called Vance a slur in the rendition of "Jesus of Suburbia," changes the lyrics to "MIR" or just over, I don't know what that is, MIR something, or just overjoyed, to the words are "MIR'd" or just J.D. Vance. So, I don't know. As a musician, I would change words if I needed to say something too, so I don't have any problem with that. So,
see, I don't have any problem with musicians giving their political opinions.
Yeah.
Because they're writing songs, right?
Right.
I have a problem with sports people giving their political positions.
Yeah.
They should just go dribble and play in the snow.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear their political positions.
Right.
But musicians, they're writing songs. They have every right to do it. I mean, that's a long tradition of musicians opposing war, opposing racism, opposing,
Right.
It's a long, healthy tradition of doing that.
Yeah, yeah. And then, of course, it was Kid Rock accused of an embarrassing mistake during the Super Bowl halftime show, which we talked about.
Well, I thought his part A was an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Part B was okay. Part A was an embarrassment.
Okay. It says here, review Bad Bunny's accelerating vital Super Bowl performance. Let's see here. It says, super gracious, this Super Bowl needed an injection of whatever it was that Bad Bunny brought to the game. It says here,
he was more entertaining, evidently, than the game was.
Yeah. Dave Feinberg reviewed Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show performance with Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, and a few celebrity guests dropping in by Daniel writes that Puerto Rican superstar pulled off the biggest parties to ever hit the field with the Super Bowl. And then it says, what's that? Okay, I don't know what this is, but meanwhile it says Ethan Sin Eater Millman took one for the team, and watching Turning Point USA MAGA friendly All American halftime show featuring Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett, a lineup that was billed as anti-woke alternative to Bad Bunny. So, again, the reason they're doing it is what bothers me. I don't have a problem with them doing it. It's the reason that they do it that bothers me. So,
well, they feel the traditionalists and Christians and conservatives feel like they just are left out. They don't count, even though they're 75 to 77% that million, half the country, and they just feel like the networks just discount them, and they do. And so they wanted to take and do something for themselves.
Well, they should be real Christians and not be concerned about it. If it doesn't include you, it doesn't include you. There are lots of things that they do that don't include the other people. So, they should stop being big babies about it.
Well, yeah, that's one way to look at it.
I don't, like I said, very few of these Super Bowls ever made me interested, and they don't do things that cater to me, so I don't really care. But
let me see, I can't remember now the last time that there was a musician on that I liked. Probably Paul McCartney. So we're talking decades ago.
Okay.
So I don't watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show.
Now, here's something that is interesting. After the Kid Rock led the country festival is canceled in South Carolina after nearly all the performers pulled out. So,
yeah.
I guess they don't want to be with him.
Well, yeah. Part A, I'd pull out too if he was all Part A.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's also a little bit Part B. So.
Now, on the bad side, Twisted Sister tour canceled as the frontman Dee Snider exits band with emotional statement, which is sad because I like Twisted Sister, but it's just sad when you think about it. Twisted Sister's long time lead singer Dee Snider's bowing out of the band, canceling all upcoming shows for their highly anticipated, believe this or not, 50th anniversary celebration performance. 50th anniversary of Twisted Sister. I mean, do you believe that? 50th year.
Makes me feel old, Mike.
Yes, me too. And here's his letter. His letter was a lifetime of legendary aggressive performing has taken its toll on Dieter's body and soul. He can no longer push the boundaries of rock and roll fury like he's done for all these decades. He's 71 or something like that, if I'm mistaken. And the letter reveals that the now 70-year-old musician has been living with degenerative arthritis and is unable to perform without experiencing pain. Well, I got to tell you, I've had diagnosis of degenerative arthritis since I think I was diagnosed in 2000. It's horrible. I mean, I have a hard time moving every day, but I still do it because I love to. So, anyway, that's why he's canceling his concerts, because he has that issue. And I understand. I do understand, because believe me, when I had to play just a month ago where we had to go in the cold, which is bad for my degenerative arthritis, in the cold, in the snow, up a flight of stairs, carrying our equipment, perform for 2.5 hours or 3 hours, then bring it down, then take it back down in the cold, in the snow, down the stairs, put it into my car or the cars, drive it home, unload my car. Believe me, I understand that. I don't have roadies to do all that for me, but I do understand degenerative arthritis, and I do feel that every time I play out, and it's the difference of someone that plays because they want to play and plays because they get paid a lot of money. That's my opinion, and not necessarily that of the cast. And the rest of the guys, we do it because we love doing it. We don't do it for the money. Wonder if that's the same as this article. Hold on here. There's another person canceled their tour. Yeah. Rock legend cancels all 2026 tour dates. Sorry to let you down. Neil Young has canceled all of his tour dates for 2026. The rock legend, 80, was set to play 13 shows in Europe this year with his latest touring band, the Chrome Hearts. Young didn't give any reason for canceling the tour, but apologized to the fans. So, yeah, I guess, as it goes, our heroes of the day just are getting older.
Done. They're just done.
I mean, think about it. We lost Aerosmith last year or the year before. I mean, they're all just, they're walking away because, between the hard lives that they've lived, whether it be drug, alcohol, whatever it is, or just degenerative arthritis, whatever it is, it all catches up to you. And there's going to be some day when I can't do this anymore. And I don't look forward to that day because
it's going to be a day when I can't preach anymore.
Yeah. It's horrible. But we know that there's days with all of us for that. And none of us want to do that because we don't want to feel that, that our time's coming. So, because all of our times are coming when we, one of the reasons I bought the Tesla is full self-driving. I mean, there's going to be a time when I'm not going to be able to drive or drive very well. And I think the full self-driving is going to be, even though I can drive right now, I may not be able to drive in 5 years. I may not be able to drive next year. I mean, I don't know. We never know. And, it's better to look at that and say, okay, I want to be prepared in case that happens. So that's the real reason why one of the reasons I bought the Tesla. It includes the self-driving, it includes the electric. I mean, that means I'm set. So at some point, I may not be able to. I may not be able to drive. I may have to rely on the self-driving. But we'll see. And I'm actually getting better at driving at slower speeds. I know she made one comment when I said that before, and she Christine made a comment about that, but I'm trying to be better about the way I drive too, because I want to make this last for as long as I can. And I'm trying to be less, trying to get my attitude, my mind, I'm trying to reset my mind from being, I got to get there as fast as I can, to I got to get there safely. And that's what I'm trying to get my new attitude to be, so that I can let the car drive and not feel like I got to go over too fast. So when I drive to the school now, I go on the turnpike, which is 70 miles an hour. I go 75. That's not bad. And I try to maintain within a certain region. Now, one other reason I do that is I got a ticket for going 66 in a 55. I don't want to get any more tickets. I want to get no tickets. So 75 is a good number on a 70 mile per hour because nobody goes 70. So I figure 75 is safe. It's not going too fast. It's not going too slow. It's going just the right speed, and I'm good with that. So I'm trying to stop.
If people pass you like you're standing still.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, before I wasn't. Before I was like, I was doing 80, and I'd hit 83 or occasionally 85. But I thought, wait a minute, why am I doing this? I'm an owner. I don't have to be there at any given time for the most part. So why don't I just do it the right way? So I've been changing my head that I don't have to be there. I have to be there when it starts, but I always try to leave around 1 so that I get there around 3:30 to 4:30, somewhere around there. So I feel that's the right way to do it, and I'm good with that. So I just think that everything has a reason, and my reason that I did things was I was doing it for the wrong reason. So now I don't have to be there at a certain time. So we do it the right way. I'm being a little better. I'm being a little more responsible, and actually, I watched a clip last night on TV that was interesting. It was, how not to get tickets, and it's all stuff that I already knew, and it's just reinforcing my beliefs. But now I'm trying to do what that is, and that is you never are the. I always believe that you never are the lead car. You'll never be.
No, you're not the lead car. You never the lead.
That's right. If you're the lead car, you're looking for trouble. You never be the fastest car. It's better to be a nice. I never want to be the first car in the lead, and so as long as you do that, that's a big thing. But another thing that it says is you should keep your car clean, because if your car, if your plate's not clean, they may pull you over. But for the most part, other than the fact that this freaking snow is keeping my car dirty, I've been good at about not because I love my car, but I haven't been able to wash it since I got it. So the car washes are all closed. So I'm probably going to put it out in my out by my garage, outside my garage, and take my hose out and spray it down, then pull it into the garage so it dries in the garage. But it's just been horrible with the weather and stuff. And then the other thing is you try to look like, like if you see a cop, you try not to, hide anything. You just
right.
Don't look them in the eye, but just, and if you see a cop pull up beside you, just drive. Just, try not to look suspicious, because chances are you didn't do anything anyway. And since there's no drugs in my car, I don't have to worry about that stuff. And, the only drugs that are in the car are my Tylenol and my prescription meds. So I'm okay with that. So it just really, it's all common sense. So, all right, let's see. Go on to something else now. You're out of stuff, right?
I'm out of stuff. That's
okay.
cool.
The Olympics is going. And I don't know if you saw this, where it says Lindsey Vonn crash. Had a 3-time Olympic medalist Lindsey Vonn crashed yesterday, I don't know what day that was, on the downhill event. Less than 14 seconds into her first race on the 2026 Olympics. The 41-year-old is considered one of the world's most successful skiers. Vonn had returned to the sport in late 2024 after 6 years of retirement and a partial knee replacement. Despite being the oldest skier in the team history, Vonn was the favorite to win the gold in the downhill after 2 World Cup victories and a 3rd podium finish. This season. Yesterday, the crash came days after Vonn ruptured her left anterior cruciate ligament in the final world.
Sure.
What is it?
No, you said it better than I did, actually.
Oh, did I? Is it cruciate?
Cruciate. If you
Cruciate?
gave me 5 minutes, I'd get it, but I can't pull it off.
Well, in any case, that she had a crash and it messed her up. So
You know that she tore that, put a brace on, and decided to continue.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
Then she broke her tibia.
Oh, jeez.
She's going to have a couple surgeries.
Oh, that's horrible.
She was on the ice screaming in pain. They
I
lifted
would.
her out by helicopter.
I could see that. Oh man, that sounds horrible. That happened. Let's see what else we got here. I got a lot of stuff. So a lot of stuff has been in the stupid news recently. So let's see. Is there anything else in that I need to worry about? Okay. Uber found liable in a sexual assault case, ordered to pay $8.5 million. A federal jury ordered Uber to pay damages to a woman who alleged she was raped by a driver during a 2023 trip. The landmark case set a precedent for thousands of sexual assault incidents reported by passengers and drivers. The rideshare company has long maintained it's not liable for drivers' actions since drivers are categorized as contractors, not employees. So that's interesting that I don't really know what to think of that, but I guess if you were a taxi driver and you didn't vet your drivers right, you would have to pay if it was just a taxi. So
that's the only thing I think they should be liable for, is if they didn't vet them correctly.
Right.
But how can they control what a first-time rapist is going to do?
Exactly. But that first-time rapist isn't going to be able to pay millions of dollars either. So if indeed,
no, they went after the big fish.
But I mean, if you're on the other side and you were raped by this guy who maybe is a first time, but I see so both sides. So in the same sense, I feel that that person who, if she was indeed raped, and not lied about that, which don't say nobody lies, because but that could spark other people to make things up too, because there are lots of people like that. So I don't know. I don't want to say that for real, because I don't know. I can't. The
Salvation Army used to get sued all the time, because they know they have a reserve of money at their not the local Salvation Armies don't have money,
right?
But corporate has money, and they get sued all the time because they have money. It's not because they're in the wrong; it's because they have money.
Yeah.
And so lawyers throw them into the suit, hoping upon hope that they get money out of them.
Right. I don't know. I just, it's one of those things. I just, I have mixed feelings on it. And it's a shame that it ever even has to be a conversation, because it's a shame that people are not, cool people. So I'll just say it from that. Okay, Jennifer Gardner, you know who she is, right?
Yes.
She has an organic food company that hit the New York Stock Exchange after nearly $198 million IPO raise. Once Upon a Farm, a baby and kid food company co-founded by the Golden Globe winning actress and mother of three, opened Friday at $21 a share. It targets millennial and Gen Z parents seeking quick meals and snacks without sugar, preservatives, and artificial ingredients. The brand's success has been linked to the heightened scrutiny of food tied to the Make America Healthy Again movement. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, she's putting out clean food.
I like people that take their money from one venture and invest it in things that are good for the world. So this is weird and unbelievable, and I'm not sure what to think of it. But 3 teen sisters jumped to their deaths from a 9th floor apartment. Their parents remove access to their phone. What in the world? Why? I don't understand. I mean, you lost your phone. Big deal. Now, it was India, so maybe that's part of it, but still, if you took my phone, even as a kid, well, of course we didn't have that as a kid, but I can't tell but even if someone took my phone right now, and said I had to go without it I'll tell you, it was horrible. On the way home from Saturday's show, my phone locked up and I couldn't get into it. I couldn't turn it on. It was already on. I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't get past the screen. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't open my phone because I couldn't hit the code to get in. I couldn't, I was stuck. I was stuck on that. And then, of course, because it was that, I figured I'll just let the phone die and I'll reboot the phone. Well, guess what? 24 hours later, I still had a half of battery left. I was waiting forever for it to, shut down so I could do it. And I was ready to give up. And we called tech support at Xfinity to say, hey, I can't get into my phone. Is there anything I can do? And whatever country that girl was in was frustrating me because she wasn't listening to me. And then she said, well, you'll have to take it to to tech support to have them fix it. And I got a little mad and angry, and I said I said, you're not listening to me. I can't do that because I can't call anyone. I can't turn my phone off. I can't turn my phone on. It's already on, but I can't turn my phone off. I can't call them because I don't have a phone. And I said something, I think I said MF. And she hung up on me. But anyway, well, she wasn't listening. I said it a couple times, and I said, is there any, because she was supposed to be a tech support person, and I said, is there any way to turn this off? Can you tell me, is there anything I can do to get past this screen? And she would not, she wouldn't listen. She wasn't listening. And I was mad. And so I went to real tech support, Christine. And we figured it, she figured, if I don't say she figured it out, I take no credit for it because the only thing she did was she did something I didn't even think of. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
There's a dot that comes on your phone that you can teach it different shortcuts and stuff. Well, on that dot, if you push the dot, and it did work. The dot worked. Nothing else worked. Nothing that I touched would work. I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't do anything. That dot worked, and there was a shutdown on that dot. So she did that, and I'm like, okay, I feel defeated now because I'm the techie guy, and you ended up turning it off. If I only would have seen that like 3 hours ago, we wouldn't have had that. Or no, let's see, we got home around, I think we got home early on Saturday. I think we got home at 12:30. And the next morning I got up at like 7 because I was still trying to figure out how to fix it. And anyway, she did fix it. So you got kudos for me on that. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, these three sisters jumped to their death because they didn't have their iPhone. Oh, she said she fixed it because she sleeps with a tech guy. Anyway, okay, so the box office, Send Help, which would have been funny. It's funny that it follows this particular story that I just told you. Send Help scores $10 million repeat win at the box office. Everything is turning Disney. Sam Raimi's acclaimed Send Help stayed on top of the domestic chart in its second week with a $10 million despite a crowded pack of new indie films, not to mention the NFL championship game and the bitterly cold on the East Coast. Disney owned 20th Century Fox's, or 20th Century's $40 million movie that has grossed $35.8 million in its first 10 days domestically and $17.9 at the foreign box office for a haul of $53.7. That's not all Disney had to celebrate. Zootopia is now the fifth top grossing Hollywood title of all time at the international box office after passing up the Avengers Infinity War at $1.374 $1.4 billion, while Avatar Fire and Ashes moved up to number 11 at the same list after edging out Inside Out 2 at $1.046 billion. Zootopia 2 was already number 8 on the list of total of top global releases of all time, not adjusted for inflation. So I'll tell you what, Disney's doing pretty good at the box office, and that's pretty good. That shows that there's people going back out to the movie theaters now. Angel Studios, which is I think they're the ones that did the movies about the kid trafficking and all that. They have a feel-good rom-com starring Kevin James. Solo Mio opened in second place with $7.2 million, while the indie sensation Iron Lung gained yardage in its sophomore outing despite falling a 67% steep. It says from Mark Fishbach, also known as Markiplier of YouTube gaming fame. Iron Lung came in third with $6 million for a 10-day total of $31 million. So that's interesting to see that as well. Back to Earth, it says Melania is having trouble staying on the field at the Super Bowl weekend box office, where it fell off at its 67%, leading to likely 10th place finish with $2.4 million. Amazon MGM Studios was out spinning this weekend, stressing in a statement that Saturday that Brett Ratner's film is already a win for cinemas after opening to a better than expected $7.2 million a week ago. So there's the movie stuff. Bike Riders 2, Austin Butler, he was the guy that played Elvis, is attached to star as a cyclist Lance Armstrong in a biopic from Conclave director Edward Berger and Deliver Me from Nowhere producer Scott Stuber. So that'll be interesting to see how that works. So I think I would want to see that, because we know about Lance. I'd like to know more information about him. I think that'd be a good movie. What do you think? Would you watch that?
Yeah, I'd watch it.
I mean, he's got, I'd say he has a lot of balls, but that would not be true. I got to take the cheap shot where I can. Did you know there's a big measles resurgence?
Yeah, it's because vaccinated people, unvaccinated people, a lot of them.
Yes, there are. In our day, they weren't. There were vaccinated people to get into. You had to be vaccinated to be in high school. So, kind of silly that, that we're going backwards there. So, I found that interesting. All right. Then we go. Come on, let me have it. Okay. Here, let's see. Then we have, just for your information, in the 90s, the Buffalo Bills lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Michael Jackson's 1993 Super Bowl halftime performance prompted the NFL to extend the break. So we were talking about Michael Jackson earlier. Legal betting on this year's game. How much do you think legal betting reached?
I have no idea. It's probably billions.
1.76 billion. That's a lot of money. Let's see what else we got here. Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald are among 5 inductees to the Pro Football Hall of Fame on the short list of 15 players. I don't know if you knew that or not. Okay. America's favorite wing flavors by state. What do you think? What's your favorite wing flavor?
Mild.
Okay, and I like the one I've been eating lately has been hot barbecue. I think it was hot. I think that's what it's called. So let's see what we got for your state. You got a boring state. Your state is plain.
Plain, Ohio.
Actually, mine isn't much because mine's just Buffalo. Georgia's lemon pepper. And
Honey mustard.
And ranch is Nevada. So yeah, they only have a couple of them on here. So I'm surprised, expecting more variety than that. So those are the main flavors that they're saying. I actually
get honey mustard. I
like honey mustard.
Now I get honey mustard.
I like honey mustard. Honey mustard's good. I like something with a little kick to it. But that's why I like the hot honey, or why I like the hot barbecue, not just barbecue, but that's kind of like what I like. I used to get there was one I liked a lot. I can't remember what it is, but I don't get wings that much anymore. Actually, I went to Popeyes for the first time in, I can't even remember, probably 20 years. And I got an 8-piece, and it cost, how much would you think it would be?
An 8-piece, probably about $10.
$24. And that was with nothing. I was like, what in the world is this world coming to? That was crazy. They're lucky I was hungry. I mean, I didn't eat the 8-piece, but I had a couple meals out of it, but still, that just seemed really high. It seemed really expensive. An 8-piece, that would mean that at $24, that would mean like $8. No, it would be like $4 a piece. That's crazy. Okay. There's a new Airbnb that has a Wuthering Heights experience. Here's what it looks like. Very old-fashioned. Where'd it go? Oh, no. Okay. Put that. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I guess that's what a colonial, or I don't know what you would call that. It'd be an old-fashioned. Here are the Amy Rose of White's starring Margot Robbie and Jake Elordi as doomed lovers of Catherine and Heathcliff, set to be one of 26 their 20 most talked about and polarizing movies. Director promising young women in Saltburn put a sultry spin on Emily Brandt's 1846 Gothic masterpiece. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I love to look at some of the Airbnbs that are out there because you see some pretty neat ones. But I just thought it was funny that they would do a Wuthering Heights. How about the world's largest claw machine? Here we go. Here's what the world's largest claw machine looks like. So your people are down here, your claw's way up there. She's looking way up. See if there's a better picture. So there she is. And it's pretty long. I just think it's funny. It's so weird because the claw machines are such a scam because they can set the tension that the claw can make and stuff like that, and it's very cool when they're not tampered with too much. I used to be pretty good at the claw machine, but then when I found out you could set all these different things up, kind of made it less fun because you found out that you're being cheated. So So the Winter Olympics started in the 2026 Winter Olympics officially opened in Milan, making Italy's third time hosting the Winter Olympics. The ceremony took place in the San Siro Stadium with 2,916 athletes from 92 National Olympic Committees, including 232 from the U.S. The live ceremony was 8 p.m. on, well, I guess it depends where you're at. It was on Peacock. Milan Cortina Games span nearly 8,500 square miles in northern Italy, combining Milan's urban arenas with Cortina, D'Ampezzo's alpine venues with more than 250 road miles apart. It's the first dual-host Olympics promoting sustainability and reuse with nearly 9% existing or temporary venues. The ceremony is set for Verona, about 100 miles east of Milan. The games run through February 22nd, featuring 16 sports, including mountaineering? What's a ski mountaineering?
Ski mountaineering.
What's that?
That's where you get on skis and you try to figure out, you have a compass. And you have, no, that's orienteering. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't know what mountaineering is.
okay. Well, we'll look to see if there's something, it's highlighted here, so we'll see what it is. The first new standalone Olympic sport since skeleton's 2002 return. Athletes will compete for 116 medals, gold medals worth about $2,300 each, more than double their 2024 value. The Paralympics will follow March 6th to 15th. The fellow medal counts, well, I guess that's follow medal, or not following. What is SKIMO? News 2026. What you need to know. Let's see what it is. Oh, what is this? They're carrying something. Looks like he's carrying a door. Ski mountaineering, or SKIMO, involves racing both up and down the mountain. Oh, I'd hate to have to climb the mountain. That's horrible. There will be.
You got to climb it and then ski down.
Oh, that sounds horrible. That would not.
Carrying your skis.
Oh, it's that. Okay, it's a ski. That's not a door then. Okay. Oh yeah, I see that now. I see that now.
Skis. You better be in shape, buddy.
I could do it. I can do it. I carried my equipment up a mountain, up a whole floor. Anyway, there will be more gold medals and silver and bronze handed out at the Milano Cortina 2026 Olympic Games than the last Olympic. There are 8 new medal events, including 3 in an entirely new Olympic sport: ski mountaineering. Yeah, that too. Or SKIMO for short. That's what I'm going to call from now on. What the heck is SKIMO? When you watch the new Olympic sport, get ready to sound like you know what you're talking about before the games begin. Meet SKIMO, the new Olympic sport. As you might have guessed from the name, SKIMO is a new skiing event. Unlike other ski races, this one involves both uphill and downhill, combining the endurance of Nordic skiing. What is Nordic skiing, up or down?
Nordic is usually flat.
Okay. Nordic skiing with the daring alpine racing with a pinch of NASCAR pit crew feeling at the top as competitors transition from climbing to skiing down. Skiing down sounds better than skiing up. A SKIMO race begins at the bottom of the hill. Skiers start with carpet-like strips called skins at the bottom of their skis, which help them grip the snow as they race uphill. As if cross-country skiing wasn't enough of aerobic test of pain and endurance. Let's make it harder and race uphill. As skiers race near the top of the SKIMO course, there will be a new section. It will be a section too steep for skis. So hop out of their skis, throw them on their back, and hike up the ski. So is she? They wearing? Oh yeah, they're wearing boots. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh man, as racers near the top of the schemo course, there will be a section 2 for a section too steep for skis. So racers will hop out of their skis, throw them in their back, hike up the hill in their boots. Oh, that was horrible. Why would anybody do that? Finally, at the top, the racers will jump back into the skis, strip off their skins with a shocking efficiency, then race down the hill through a series of gates to finish line. The downhill section will look like a giant slalom for those familiar with alpine ski racing. Oh, here's a map, okay? See, if it was only this much, that wouldn't be too bad to walk up, but if you're that big, it would be. Oh, man. Nope, not for me. So, yeah, that's not anything I'd want to be doing. Too cold. Now, if they did that in summer, I might be more apt to want it. All right, let's see here. Oh, we're running out of time. And I thought I was going to not have enough articles, but I still have plenty. How about... All right, let's talk about this. We need to talk about Kevin. It seems to be the latest Hollywood beef is between Mark Ruffalo and the Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary. The Oscar-nominated actor who's been outspoken against Donald Trump and his aggressive immigration policy also took to Threads on Thursday to defend Billie Eilish. Kevin O'Leary, why don't you STFU? Ruffalo wrote, "It's hilarious you will go on any show and talk crap about any number of things and smugly expect us to listen to you, but you will dig into a real artist that dwarfs anything you dream of doing for actually saying something that resonates with hundreds of millions of people the world over. It's astounding the double standard Kevin O'Leary lives in." So, I don't know. I think people should just learn to turn lane. I don't know. I don't know that. See, a lot of the times irritates me, and it irritates me on both sides, is that musicians, whoever it is, they tend to give their opinion. Like actors seem to think that they've got all the power.
Care about what they
Yes. Like, you're an actor. You get paid to be someone else, and they feel like they have a lot of power. And I don't really think that they do. I don't really think. I mean, there are minions that will listen to anybody. They'll listen to Mark Ruffalo or they'll listen to Kevin O'Leary. And the thing is, they should just shut up. I don't want to hear either of them.
A lot of people have tracked that when actors speak, the Democratic numbers go down.
Yeah, and a lot of them are Democrats.
Because a lot of people resent actors throwing their 2 cents into anything.
Yes, I think that just you get paid to act, so just shut your mouth. You don't know what you think, and that's what the thing is. The Democrats thought they were going to win because they had all these actors behind them. Well, guess what? Didn't. And I know that I'm not going to. I don't argue about anything anymore because I'm just tired of it. Everyone's always right, and you can't change anybody's opinion about anything. They're always right. And I'm tired of the fighting. Even when I want in a Facebook post, someone will say something, they won't even say politically. They'll just say something about something somebody did, and then all of a sudden it's got to be a political argument. And I'm just so tired of it. So tired of everybody's opinion is 100% correct. No, everybody's opinion is wrong. I don't care which side you're on. You're wrong. It's somewhere in the middle. That's where it should be. And everybody is all the way to the right or all the way to the left. And nobody will agree or compromise at all. And I'm so tired of it. This country is falling apart because nobody's willing to compromise.
I said it before. I lost a cousin over politics, and so I got off of Facebook because I don't want to lose anybody else.
You don't have to. You just don't discuss things like that.
I don't discuss anything. I'm not on Facebook.
On this show, you can talk about anything because nobody's going to argue with you. Because you can say whatever you want on the show and have a discussion if there is one to have. But the thing is, I don't have a problem with people having their opinion, but I do have a problem with them having your opinion and no one else is right. Why don't you just say, okay, I see what you're saying, but I don't necessarily agree with you. You know, you and I can say that. That's a nice thing. If we disagree, we don't really disagree that much on things. But if we were to disagree, you know, neither of us is going to get butt hurt if we don't say something.
It's because we respect each other.
Yes,
Mike.
and
what's happening in this world is no one respects anybody else.
And that's the shame of everything, because you can't accomplish anything if you're always right and I'm always wrong, or if I'm always right and you're always wrong. You know, there is compromise. And even if you don't believe something, okay, you have your opinion, that's okay. You can have your opinion, and that's okay. And I can have my opinion. But I'm just so tired of the fighting. Every time I look I don't even read things anymore because it turns out to be, in some things that aren't even political, it just turns out to be, it ends up being political in the long run. I'm so tired of it. I don't even like to read posts anymore because everyone have fight about everything. I'm so tired of it. And everybody's conspiracy theories. And, you know, even there's still people that are out there that are so anti-Tesla that somebody can say, hey, I got my brand new Tesla. And then you all of a sudden hear the backlash. And it's so horrible. Can't you just be happy as I got my new car? Yeah, I didn't even post a picture of my new car. I don't even want to care. I don't want it. I like my new car. I don't care if you like my new car or not. I do, and that's all that matters. You don't have to drive it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about my having gas because I don't need it, or I have electric and you don't need it. It don't matter. Nobody can be happy for anyone.
I agree with you, Mike. But what's funny is that I see Teslas everywhere I go now.
Yeah. And they're going to keep them.
Since I've been on the radio with you, I see them all the time. They're out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there.
And you know why?
I don't know. I can tell which. I'm not Tesla enough to know which version it is, but they're out there. I don't know if it's the X or the S or.
Well,
I can't tell that. But
my frustration is that the S and X are gone. They just discontinued them, so that makes me unhappy. But they did show, someone did flash a picture of a proposed van that will get 600 miles to the charge. Now, I want one of those, and I'll keep my current Tesla and give that to Christine if I can get the other one. And if they release it, but I want them not to release it there because I just bought a brand new car. So I want them to wait a little while because I don't want to buy another new car. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'm very happy with my car, and I don't care whether someone likes or don't like my car. It's none of your business whether I like or whether it's none of my business whether you like my car or don't like my car, because you didn't have to pay for my car. So there. All right. Well, now I guess I'll close the show down, unless you have something else you want to say.
Nope, I'm good.
I am too. I think it was a good paced show. We had a lot of good topics tonight, and I didn't even hint what I had to talk about because there was so much going on. So I even shut the stuff down that I was going to talk about. I have more Superbowl stuff, but I'll till next week, because I might show, if we have a slowdown, I'd like to show some of the ads maybe. Because I think there were some good ads. And plus the Puppy Bowl, you know. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Because I had a puppy bowl again this year, and I have information on that too. But I could actually show that because I think it was just pictures. Wait a minute, hold on. There's the puppy bowl. There's there's the starting lineup, and let's see what else we got here. Lee, Terrier, French Bulldog, Dogs Unleashed was okay, there's nothing on what they were, but Button, Boston Terrier, Beagle, Nichols Canine Rescue, and the thing about the Puppy Bowl, if you didn't know this is kind of cool. All the dogs on the Puppy Bowl have been adopted. Not really cool. They're all shelter dogs. Harry Paul, American Eskimo Dog, Norwegian Elk, Paul's across Pittsburgh is where it's at, and here a French American Staffordshire Terrier, Angel City, Los Angeles, Lobster Roll, Bulldog Border Collie. Ooh, that's a cute dog there, actually. American Rescue League of Greater Portland, West American Terrier Chow Chow, Humane Society of British Virgin, Bart, Long Island, cute little. Oh, I want this one. Oscar, Boy Poodle, Phoenix Animal Rescue, Chester, Pennsylvania. RuPaul, Boston Terrier, Bosley's in Smyrna, Georgia. Benito, Siberian Husky. What's a Siberian Husky? Looks like a goat. Siberian Husky, Chihuahua. The Sato Project in New York. Chappelle Bone, Pembroke Welsh Corgi, Florida Little Dog Rescue in St. Cloud, Florida. Cheese Dog or Cheesecake, Shih Tzu Miniature Schnauzer, Humane Society of Missouri. Fudge, Pomeranian Chihuahua. Oh, that's a cute dog. CP Color, Los Angeles. Josh Owen. I guess for some reason that must be these are making fun of names of players, maybe. Beagle, American Pit Bull Terrier, Buddies and Chance Rescue in Buffalo, New York. Rhett, a Basset. Oh, look at them big ears.
Big ears.
Homeward Bound, Mishawaka, Indiana. Oh, look at a cute dog. Chow Chow, Rottweiler. Kentucky Humane Society in Louisville, Kentucky. Wyona, Miniature American Shepherd and Shih Tzu. Humane Society in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up? I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, that's it. That's it, all of them. All right, we'll call it. I hope you had time. I enjoyed doing this, and we'll see you next week. Yes. Where's my? Oh, I gotta find my. Hold on. I thought I was ready, but I'm not. Okay, howdy. Okay, and I hit this. Nope. I'll see you next week.